Salutations! Welcome to another exciting episode of Articulation Radio. I am your hostess, the eternally grateful Goddess Sage. You know how we do things here at Articulation Radio. We will kick off the top of the day's episode by taking a quick glance at the news headlines. And today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org. Here are three of the headlines I saw today, Tuesday, May 19, 2020, when visiting elitevaluesnews.com. In education news, a free all-day STEM activities are taking place to keep your brain muscles working via york.macaronikid.com. In entertainment, the Rock and Roll Playhouse presents the virtual event Live from the Playroom, free family concert at 3 p.m. Eastern Time via sanantonio.kidsouttandabout.com. And in health, the Ensuring Equity in Response to COVID-19 webinar takes place at noon today via healthcare.partners.org. Those are three of the headlines I saw when visiting elitevaluesnews.com. Head on over right now to see what headlines and events you find, because as we know, there is so much going on in this world and news constantly happens. So headlines always change. So be sure to visit elitevaluesnews.com every hour on the hour to see what's new.
Looking to get the latest news? Visit Elite Values. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines daily. EliteValuesNews.com for all of your latest news.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. Bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music.
Listeners, we love you. We hear you. And I am definitely happy to be here with you again today on this episode of Articulation Radio, where you will not only hear wonderful music from independent artists from around the world, you will also get the chance to hear me talk to a move maker, a doer, and I'm not going to tell you with whom I'll be speaking or about what we'll be discussing, but stay tuned. ArtistReview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ArtistReview.com. Artist, REVUE.com. From arranging art exhibitions to musical performances to radio interviews to so much more, the Artist Review helps your work get seen. ARTiculation.com. ArtistReview.com.
Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Yeah. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops come pouring down, down, down.
Even in my weakness, I still put up a fight. Even though I seem happy, I'm still tortured inside. I'm always fucking depressed and turn my back to the light. Nobody understands my thoughts and the fucking pain it ignites. To be honest, my life has never been diamonds and gold. The warmth has been ripped from my heart and now it's cold as a stone. I never had no support, I'm making moves on my own. I'm so sick of all these fake niggas calling my phone. When you look at me, nigga, you looking at elegance. When you talk to me, you better show respect like a president. When I walk, I make the ground shake like I'm rolling with elephants. Western Mississippi, that's my unofficial residence. I'm screaming, fuck a hater, I'm only chasing my dreams. Don't get confused by the hype, cause it ain't what it seems. These niggas is lame, say number druggies and fiends. When they come to my city, they know I'm the king, nigga.
Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Yeah. Nights like this, I wish.
What you wish?
That raindrops come pouring down, down,
baby. I used to do it. Say this life that I live. I got a wife and some kids. I got a grind and some bill. Hard times that got real. When you ain't got it to give, and your main pond to turn. Like you shot at this wheel. Why you stocking the field? Growing crossing the field. Man, you vote them white folks. Call the cops and get killed. Don't give a fuck who you is. Shoot up the city for kill. Call it due to miss skills. I hit the boot just to chill. I like to drink and no pills. I pass my stash in a weed. She one classy little bitch. Smash the gas in the beat. Real niggas all in my clique. You plastic bitches don't fit. I hit a lick and I dip. I taste a sip of that feel. You got the drip, I just spit. Throw in your hands of this deal. You missed the fake Dr. Phil. You ain't spent with what I feel. In this world full of thrills. Wanna heart me some fears. Only night like this. I got a face full of tears. Cry, baby.
Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Yeah. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops come pouring down, down, down. For dear road.
If you're looking for ghost writers, grant writers, technical writers, any kind of writers, go to the Writers Consortium. Their website is maryjefferson.us, MaryJefferson.us.
Sincerely, I do appreciate the things a nigga put me through. Because of the abuse, I'm more creative from my point of view. In my clarity, I'm through blaming myself for that nigga shit you do. I choose to grow inside myself because I'm true to me. Now I see forgiveness is a tool y'all gave to me. The pain is like a prophecy. You see, I see, we see ghosts from the past. Shall I taste from this glass? I wish I could pass before my destiny I drink bittersweet dreams. It all seems as I lie awake in my bed, in my head, memories replay themselves like I'm waking up the dead. So when I think, I blink 1,000 times, I sink deeper, deeper into a mental state. I'm late. You're a fool if you think it's not a game. I'm a stripper, yeah, I'll dance for you in this room. Every girl is feeling the same. Gotta get that money. You're a fool if you think it's not a game. I'm a stripper, yeah, I'll dance for you in this room. Every girl is feeling the pain. Gotta get that money. Mama turned her head, I shed a tear instead of coming to my rescue. She fled and I said, Daddy, don't make me. I bled. It was my first time, but like a bullet through the heart, the pain led me to a vicious start. It's hate that saturates all my vital parts. I make a beautiful slide. It's fake. For every other nigga in my life, it's hate until I found my expression, my voice. It used to be the drug of choice that got me through the day. I pay for every single thought in my brain. The rain never ceased, but the rain changed to make condition. I lease or bends the rest I spend to defend my ambitions on stage. I'm the beauty and the beast. My rage stays locked in the cage. Next page. You're a fool if you think it's not a game. I'm a stripper, yeah, I'll dance for you in this room. Every girl is feeling the same. Gotta get that money. You're a fool if you think it's not a game. I'm a stripper, yeah, I'll dance for you in this room. Every girl is feeling the pain. Gotta get that money. So don't judge me, you don't know me. All you know is what I show you. I don't wanna know you, no, I just wanna know your cash. To keep my mind off my past and on the path to my money, nothing's funny, you're a dummy. A fake wannabe baller. I still take money and diamonds from shot callers and pearls. The girl, you know the game, no shame. My pain is like a shit stain on my brain, but I gotta forgive you. To be true to my name, it's insane to blame myself for bitch ass niggas in the game. No fame, no issue to you. You remind me of the pain received from my dad. It's sad to think every nigga's gone bad, but it's safe to assume you's a goon. Got me dancing to this tune, and every girl in this room in tune to the same. It's gang. You're a fool if you You think it's not a game, I'm a stripper. Yeah, I'll dance for you in this room. Every girl is feeling the same. Gotta get that money. Yo, rain down them 20s and rain down them 50s. Keep raining down them 100s and watch me get lifted. Keep raining down them 20s, raining down them 50s. Raining down that money. Get lifted. I gotta get it. I gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it. I gotta get it. Gotta get it, get it.
That was Stripper's Anthem by yours truly, Goddess Sage. And as you know, we kicked off today's episode of Articulation Radio with Nights Like This by Mike featuring Ice the Jeweler. Now, on today's episode, our topic is playing on the big screen, because I will be interviewing the filmmaker, philanthropist, and entrepreneur, Mr. Taylor Ri'chard, about his nonprofit organization, his film production company, his new movie that's dropping in June 2020, and how you can get on and get in on action and make sure that your film gets released. So be sure to keep your ears glued. Up next, I will be playing for you some Mo Stacks Call Me, and we'll open up the call line so that way you can be sure to get us over your questions before we bring on Mr. Taylor Ri'chard and pick his brain for you. Keep your ears glued.
Would you like for a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit lifespurposeministries.com. That's lifespurposeministries.com.
You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts. Phone lines are open right now at Articulation Radio. Call 312-899-6237. That's 312-899-6237.
You have a product? Let them help you increase sales. You have a video? Let them help you make it go viral. Peoplewarmers.com. PeopleWarmers.com.
Peoplewarmer.com. Book your travel today. Peoplewarmer.com for wherever you want to stay. Peoplewarmer.com, wherever you want to play. Peoplewarmer.com. Go see a concert today. always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Call 972-880-8316 for your free initial consultation with a representative from The Conglomerate, or visit theconglomerate.work today to book your consultation in person. Theconglomerate.work, TheConglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work. Call 972-880-8316 to start your new business today. Articulation Radio is extremely proud to have on the line with us today. And you all know I'm gonna pluck his brain, get some good info for you. We have on the line with us Mr. Taylor Ri'chard, and we are going to talk about a couple of things. Like I told you guys before, he has things going on that you do want to be a part of, and so we're just going to dive straight into it, but we'll take it piece by piece. But first, I know that you all are like, oh, I'm tired of being cooped up. I need some more entertainment. I've watched everything on Hulu, Netflix, all of that. So he got you. So we're going to cover that first, and then we're going to get into making sure that your entertainment is done, and then we're going to make sure that your heart is covered as well, and then we'll talk to him about the work that he's doing for the indigent and the uprooted population. So first, let's talk about this movie, Hallowed Be Thy Name, this new film that's going to be released by Third Fathom Films here in June 2020. So, Mr. Taylor Ri'chard, talk to us. How you doing today? Taylor, I got you on here.
I'm here. Sorry, I think I had a little technical difficulties.
Oh, no, it's okay. How are you doing today? Talk to us a little bit.
I'm doing great. I thank you guys for having me. Getting ready for my film to come out June 2nd, Hallowed Be Thy Name. So excited. Lots of stuff going on, a lot of buzz right now.
Yes, and tell us about the film because, of course, with that name, Hallowed Be Thy Name, instantly for those of us who grew up or even I can't necessarily say grew up, anyone who prays the Lord's Prayer or those who have heard it or even who have heard the song, then they're familiar with that phrase, Hallowed Be Thy Name. So, naturally it's an allegorical thing for a lot of us. It instantly connects us with religion. So is your film
Absolutely.
A spiritual type of work, or tell us about the movie, whatever you can divulge about the movie for us.
Well, so my film is a horror film. And so it's Hallowed Be Thy Name. It's a spiritual reference because the movie's about this young guy named Devin who moves to his hometown in Louisiana, and he gets cursed with a couple of friends. They go into a cave and some stuff happen, and they get cursed by a deity who chases them. And they have to enlist, anytime there's a curse or any type of spells put on you, usually you have to go to the Catholic Church to get help with that. And so you'll see that happen in the film, and that's how the name Hallowed Be Thy Name came about, because of all the religious references the film makes.
Beautiful. So, a great trek into the supernatural and be able to give you a bit of that horror genre. And we already know that with that, just hearing this, we know that there's going to be some drama in that too. Sounds like a great offering. But let me ask you real quick before, because I know I had said I'm going to get straight into that matters of the heart for the people, because I know a lot of people right now are especially concerned about the indigent and the uprooted, and I know that is, a very special business of yours, the main thing that you do. But, of course, before we dive into that, let me ask a little bit more about this movie, because now my next question for you is, now, for those people who do decide that I want to put out my own film and all of that good stuff, what do I need to do? How do I make it happen? What did you do? How did you make it happen? I would love for you to let them know that. But first, I want you to fill them in on some of the works that your company, Third Fathom Films, has released prior to this expected release of Hallowed Be Thy Name here in June.
Oh, awesome. So last year, 2016, our first feature film was released called The Final Project. And then since then, we've done a couple of short content for United Airlines and a few other places. And now we're back with our second feature, which is Hallowed Be Thy Name. Later this year, we're going to have a documentary called Time and Place about the Atlanta-based blues singer Lee Moses. and we're going to have a Spanish language film called Summer Doesn't Lie that's going to come out later this year as well. We are a distribution house, so we do take films and we get them out to the theater. We get them out to, all digital distribution. It just depends on what the director, the writer, the producers want to do with the projects. I'm also a director and a writer and a producer as well. So, of course, I have my own projects, but we do work with other independent filmmakers as well.
Very cool. And so for those who want to get their work out, what steps would you recommend that they take?
So really, it's all about networking. It's can be difficult, right, to get your film out to the type, because there are all these places, I guess, now.
Right, because as we know, people, number one, you all need to have already filmed this thing. Don't
absolutely
say that you're trying to put out a movie you haven't even shot, scored, or cast, none of that stuff.
Right. It's true. But yeah, so it's a little hard to get it out. You have to have that contacts. You have to. It's all about networking. But the thing is, just making sure you're constantly pushing. What we did with the first film is that we just never gave up. It was just really a game of endurance. Because we got told no so many different times, and then we ended up running into a distribution company in New York who came on board. They were great. They had all the resources, and they brought the movie to the theater, to the digital markets. And I met a lot of people there, and I was like, well, you know what? I could probably do this for other filmmakers. And that's where we started, and that's how we've gotten to where we are now. It's really about networking, to be quite honest, because you could self-release, I'm sure, get it out. Some people put their movies on YouTube. Some people put their movies on Amazon Prime and a couple of other places. But it doesn't yield the kind of financial reward you need as an independent filmmaker to keep going. So it's really about building those relationships and having a good film that people can really get behind and put some marketing money behind to get people to watch your film and to, yield you some money so you can go out and make another one, a better one.
And you yourself have to be willing to put in that time as well as the money behind it, because no matter how great your product is, if you're not willing to stand behind it, people who, even when you do find the investors, they won't sacrifice continually and don't see you never rise to the table. So now let's go ahead and with the rest of the time we have, let's talk about the matter of the heart. Tell us about Raise Foundation and why you even decided to even focus on starting up a nonprofit organization that makes it a point to reach out to the homeless people and to reach out to people in poverty-stricken communities. And, of course, for people who are not already familiar with the Raise Foundation, they provide things like food, education, pretty much you name it. They take care of it for you. So let us know how it is that came about and how people can utilize those services.
Awesome. Thank you. So for 20 years now, I've been working in helping, the homeless community, doing the standard, what I would call your typical outreach, right? Providing food, providing clothes, helping them find shelter. But that, for me, has become redundant. It's not working. It's not working enough. And so what I wanted to create when we decided to do Raise was a rehabilitation center that helps people go through a process, right? Like you need a lot of healing when you're homeless and you've been displaced. There's a lot of educating, a lot of re-engineering the mind, a lot of re-engineering the soul to help people get from being that displaced to back on their feet. And there's a lot of work on dignity and pride and people taking pride in what they do.
And it requires a lot of resources, a lot of different programs.
Absolutely. And so with the Raise Foundation, we want to be the one-stop shop for people so that when we take you in, if you have mental health issues, if you have abuse issues, you have, substance abuse issues, if you have issues with your, parents kicking you out and you're underage, all those things, we want to be able to deal with you then and bring you through the process, 90 days, put you back on your feet, put you in the right place, get you the help you need so that you don't have to come here and by 8 o'clock you have to check in, by 8 o'clock you have to go. No, when you're with the Raise Foundation, once you become a member, once you come into the home, we take you in, we rehabilitate you, and when you leave a whole person, back on your feet, back contributing to society the way you should have been doing and could have been doing had someone just taken a moment to help you as opposed to just feed the problem.
Beautiful. And now how can people who are either living in poverty-stricken communities or who are actually uprooted get in contact with Raise to be sure that they are assisted? And in what cities do you all operate?
So right now we have relationships in New York, but of course with the COVID, things are kind of very slow in regards to what we were doing there before all of this started. We're in Atlanta, and we're now working towards building our way in Los Angeles, in Chicago. And so what we're hoping is that in the next, 5 years, we're in every major city, in every region. And there's I don't know if you ever heard of the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, but they have these different centers in different cities. And if you get cancer, you go there, and they kind of put you all back together. We want to be that for homeless people. They can come to us, get to us. And even so, where we have relationships in the smaller cities that we're not in, we have working on a relationship right now with Megabus that will transport homeless individuals to our centers to help get them on their feet.
That is beautiful, Mr. Ri'chard. That is beautiful. I thank you for being an exemplar, for being not only an entrepreneur and an artistpreneur, but also being a person who's a philanthropist, because, of course, a lot of people do give back, I would like to think. But, as we know, that title of a philanthropist, that's someone who intentionally makes it a part of their career to give back, and that's a whole nother thing. So, I thank you for being an exemplar in that regard. And now for people who are like, I would love to be able to assist Raise with being able to continue their work, or even to establish a chapter here to assure that they are able to fulfill their goal of making sure every city, whether it's major or small, has access and these resources and a chapter. How can they go about starting that? Would they need to go to your website or reach out? What would they need to do?
So if you go on raisefoundation.org and click on volunteer, our membership, you can submit your information to us, and then someone will contact you and kind of talk about what you're looking to do, how do you want to work with Raise, and then we create a strategy. Tell us what you need, and we'll tell you what we can do, and we'll try to put it together. We are a very approachable organization because we're still a new 501c3, but please reach out to us. We need help. People need help. And it's not always about giving money. Sometimes we need sweat equity. Most of the time, this is what we need, because we can get the food donated. We can get all the things. Those things come, people giving those things now. What we don't have, and we have a lack of resources, is people. And people need to see people helping each other, especially in these times. It's so important. So if you reach out, it's not always, we're not asking for money. We're asking for your blood, sweat, and equity. That's what we need. So raisefoundation.org or at Raise Foundation on Instagram.
Right, beautiful. And people, Raise is spelled R-A-Z-E. Z as in zebra, E as in elephant. R-A-Z-E Foundation.org. And and don't forget his website for his movies. That website is thirdfathom.com. That's 3RD Fathom, F as in Frank, A-T-H-O-M. That's F as in Frank, A-T as in Tom, H as in Henry, O-M as in Mary.com, thirdfathom.com, as well as raisefoundation.org. You want to be sure to hit up those websites. And let me go back again, because I know some of you are like, hey, that's great and all, but the movie, see if you can get some more stuff from the movie. Let's see. Can you tell us about maybe some of the major characters or some other storyline in it? Can we get anything else from you in the movie, maybe about somebody, or are there any characters in the movie that are based off people you know? What else can you tell us about Hallowed Be Thy Name that, your company won't get mad at you for releasing?
So the movie's coming out through Gravitas Ventures out of L.A. What I think is the most important thing to know about this film is that it's styled in the 80s style. So if you watch Stranger Things, you would have an appreciation for this film because it has a very 80s throwback vibe, very Wes Craven. Yeah. Anytime I write a character, it's always loosely based off of someone I've passed through or come around or come into contact with over the span of my life. People are your greatest resources as a writer. And so, because we relate to each other, right? So sometimes we make up these characters, but they're so far outreach, people can't connect. So I try to write characters that are similar to real people so that you can connect to them and really go on the journey with the people in the film so that you can feel more indoctrinated to, enjoy what you're looking at. The film is a horror film. And I think it's a good time. So far, so good. All of the feedback we've received has been really wonderful. It's my second film, and it's definitely a growth for me because my first film was found footage, which doesn't require as much creativity from a technical standpoint as it did for me to create this narrative. So I'm very excited to see how it's received by people, and we are already working on the next one. So this is a good time.
Beautiful, and we wish you continued success on all of your endeavors. And people, be sure to immediately head on over to Raised Foundation, RAZEFOUNDATION.org, as well as thirdfathom.com. That's 3RDFATHOM.com. So you can be sure to not only take part in what Mr. Taylor Ri'chard and the rest of his crew has going on right now, but stay abreast of what they have upcoming as well. And now, Mr. Ri'chard, my very last question to you. What is there that you would like to say and share with the listeners that you have not yet had an opportunity to express?
I would say that in regards to what we do as filmmakers, to continue to support indie filmmakers. These are some really trying times for a bunch of us, just because we are our own content creators and we usually are putting out our own work through some great distribution partners, obviously, but we don't have the Hollywood engine working behind us because we're independent filmmakers, so we have to go out there and make it happen. So please keep, downloading our movies, keep watching them, keep streaming them, and keep supporting indie films. I think that's the most important thing you can do to help us at this time.
Yes, people, you know what I tell you, do not be a forgetful listener. Apply this great knowledge that you've heard and make sure that you support this wonderful individual. Reach out now, people. Now, you already know I'm going to get the show back rolling for you, play you a few more songs while I go ahead and enjoy me some more private time with Mr. Taylor Ri'chard. Don't be jealous. Want to buy stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz.
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today.
That was Keep On Missing You by Aiden Cole. Up next is My Favorite Weakness by Erica Johnson, and that will be followed by Wait a Minute by Snake City. Articulation Radio, thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, jeffersontaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, jeffersontaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, jeffersontaylor.club.
I can't go on pretending I don't care. I can't go on pretending I don't care. But I'm trying to do the best I can. Try to do the best I can. Oh, try to do the best I can. I'm human and flawed, but I can't cut it all. So instead I blush until I've had enough. You see right through me, you see. Such a shame for you, all my secrets are free. And I just wanna learn yours and absorb everything you mean. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. You're making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. You expect me to keep my composure and my exposure and on my toes, but I'm too vulnerable to disregard the danger of the deepest part of you. Oh, be merciful. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't sleep. Oh, so deep. It's making me weak. It's so sweet. I can't think. Incomplete. It's making me weak. I can't eat. I can't sleep. It's so deep. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me. Making me weak.
Are you single and seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you? Go to sittingroom.xyz to register today. Sittingroom.xyz, where sexy singles socialize. Get merchandise and event invites by joining us at sittingroom.xyz today.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm alright. There's a reason for my feelings. There's a reason why I'm healing. Yeah, I feel higher than the ceiling. All because of you. You and I are so sweet, so sweet. Talking till we're asleep, asleep. Every night I fall deep in love. Yeah. 'Cause you really get me. Make me fall to my knees. Every night I fall deep in love. Yeah. Wait a minute. Don't you leave me before I get to kiss ya. Wait a minute, I don't wanna be without you. Yeah. Wait a minute. I can let you go before I kiss ya. Wait a minute, I just need a minute or two. I should catch up on my reading. I should catch up on my eating. Yeah, but it's hard to keep your thoughts straight with you all up in my face. Try to get you out my mind, but why should I when you're all I really like? Yeah, I feel higher than a mountain, all because of you. You and I are so sweet. Talking till we're asleep. Every night I fall deep in love. Yeah, 'cause you really get me. Make me fall to my knees. Every night I fall deep in love. Wait a minute. Don't you leave me before I get to kiss you. Wait a minute, I don't wanna be without you. Yeah, wait a minute. I can let you go before I kiss you. Wait a minute, I just need a minute or two.
Why does it have to be? All good things must come to an end, and this is the end of this great episode of Articulation Radio, hosted by yours truly, Goddess Sage. I encourage you to not be a forgetful listener, to apply the wisdom that you've received today and take action and assist the cause that you heard about on today's episode, as well as be sure that you take action in your own life on fulfilling not only your own dreams, but also helping improve the lives of the people that you know. And as we always say here when we close out the day's episode, the staff here at Articulation Radio loves you. We thank you. We look forward to seeing you, talking to you, playing your music on an upcoming episode, as well as running your ad for your business or product on an upcoming episode of Articulation Radio. So be sure to head on over to articulationmedia.club right now. Re-listen to this episode, as well as listen to past episodes, and make sure that your ad is played and your songs are spun. In the meantime, you keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep making things pop, baby. Articulation. Articulation. Articulation.